The strongest scent memory is smell. It's a fact. That's where I always kind of begin. My strongest memories from childhood are based around scent. I remember what my grandmother's house smells like. I remember what perfume. Memory comes back very quickly through scent. And so for me, the strongest and most important part of any space is really scent. And whether it's good or bad, it's just something that you remember. In my sleep, I have a lot of visions, and so that usually starts my day, and I like to wake up first thing and write, stream of conscious, whatever is on my mind, to just clear out. That helps clear my head for the day from a psychological perspective. And I really like to start really early in the morning, between the hours of 6 and 8, in silence, kind of be by myself and not look at my phone, not read emails, not do anything like that, and just write and read. Creativity is constant contradiction, and that allows me every day to understand what I'm feeling, and I'm always contradicted, and it's very black and white, it's never gray, and I'm clear in that way, but I like that contradiction, and I think that is what allows creativity to exist, and the tension is what I take from that. I think that creating environments, creating space, living in personal relationships and professional relationships, tension is a good thing, and that is what keeps things moving forward. So that also allows me to change my mind. I've always been drawn to white, and not necessarily the color, but the feeling of white and what it represents. Purity, clarity, honesty, the presence of all in lieu of the absence of all. Almost a reset, like a daily reset, but it's almost like a building block, and you can put anything on top of white. There's a reason why white is used on so many things, on backgrounds, on plates, on all these things. Everything looks good on white as the color, but it means something more than just this kind of plane of all, the presence of all color. There's so many shades of white also. That's why I love the color, because it depends, and you can do a lot with that, and it's almost this ingredient in life. And if you're a painter, you can add white to so many things and change what happens. If you're an architect, you can use white to connote a feeling of something. That's why I love white. I don't like living in grand spaces. I like creating and visiting grand spaces, but I personally feel comfortable and cozy in very kind of like controlled, small environments, because it's like a cocoon almost. Even though it's small, it's mighty, and I feel like I walk into this very womb-like space when I come home, and it's really like a safe haven. I like to approach both homes and hotels and any installation or whatever in the same way. I like to think of hotels as creating suspended reality. What I like to create anyway is these very cinematic hotels, and so when you walk in the door, you're immediately inundated with all of the hits, the smell, the lighting, the music, and you feel like you're walking into a different world, and it should remove you from your everyday, which is the opposite of when somebody lives in a space every day. It needs to be comfortable and functional for them. I always think that I'm at the beginning. That's why I don't like looking back at anything that I've done. I think that every day is a new day, and I'm always looking toward the future. I'm never really satisfied with anything that I've done. I always think that it could have been better, but it's done. And so that the past is the past, and that's what motivates me to keep going. I never like to think that I've arrived at any point or at any time. I think that there's so much more. I just have so much more to give, and I have so much more to do. And that's why I wake up every day with that energy to kind of keep creating and keep giving and keep sharing. I'm very fortunate to have been able to do what I do and afforded lots of opportunities to build amazing things and travel the world and see lots of amazing things. And what I take from that is not necessarily resting on all of these past moments, but continuing to seek more. Also, you can't change the past, you can't, like, all of that already happened. Yes, I've gone over budget, I've done, like all of that. And if you just like sulk in your mistakes, then you're never gonna get anywhere. You have to just keep moving.